Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 63 of It's All Wrestling. Here, guys. AEW here, Air War Order. I wonder how you all doing on this Easter day, Easter Monday. Wonder how you all doing, man. Hope you're all doing well. Celebrating the holidays, whatever. You know, hope doing good. This is episode 63. Before we get to this episode, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Please do that for me. All right? Can you do that for me? Please, I gotta do something. In the meantime, I gotta do this. There we go. So done with what I have to do. So episode 63, we've got a lot of things to talk about. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes, the WWE Draft, Jey White is All Elite, and some other things. Wrestling Week Review. A lot of things. Also, Braun Breaker turning heel, All Out, and Damage Control. Are they done? Are they breaking up? But I'm going to invite people in that want to come in. Excuse me again. But here we go. So yeah. Here we go, guys. Okay. Where do we want to go first? Okay, we'll get the main topics out of the way. And if anybody comes in, this may not be a long stream. I don't know. I mean, Raw is an hour and a half, right? So get it done before Raw, obviously. That's the idea. You have it done before Raw. That's what I'm going to aim to try to do. End the stream before Raw. Monday Night Raw. Okay. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. What led to this? What led to this betrayal, this heel turn by Brock Lesnar? Well, not much. There was not much build to it. We don't know why Brock Lesnar turned on Cody, right? We don't know why he turned on Cody Rhodes at the end of Raw last week. We don't know why. Maybe we'll get some information this tonight. This Raw tonight. Maybe we'll get something. But we don't know why he turned on Cody Rhodes. We don't know why. But the way it was executed, I loved it. I liked it. I loved it. I saw it a mile away. I'll be honest with you. Like the beginning of the show, once it was announced that who's Cody's mysterious partner can be, Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar's gonna backstab Cody, right? backstab Cody Rhodes in the main event, in the tag team match against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. It was good. He was gonna turn on Cody. It was just way too obvious. Obvious at the time. Beginning of the show. They didn't really try to hide that fact, if you ask me. Like, why else would Brock Lesnar? Why else is Brock Lesnar on the Raw after Mania? Usually he's not on the Raw after Mania. He usually comes around SummerSlam time, right? Right? After Mania, he's finished with his Mania obligations, and right around SummerSlam, that's when he comes back. But this time is different. He was on Raw, and and he got involved in this storyline. Now, this could be a way to get Cody Rhodes away from the Bloodline storyline for a little while for Roman Reigns. Eventually, to have him popping back in, to place him back into that story. But this is a way for maybe him for them to pivot just a little bit, to have Cody take on somebody like Brock. WWE portrays Brock as a monster, as a beast, an unbeatable beast, even though he's been beaten by guys like Lashley and Roman Reigns. But as someone like this guy, man, this is Brock Lesnar, it's Brock freaking Lesnar, the beast, man. If he could beat Brock Lesnar, if Cody could beat Brock Lesnar, he could beat Roman Reigns. Okay, that's what I think they're going at here. I think they want to do a story with him and Brock to make people believe that he could beat Roman Reigns, to take him. And I thought he was close to getting to Roman Reigns, but Brock Lesnar it's not a bigger deal than Roman Reigns, but he's a pretty big deal. The only reason I say it's not a bigger deal than Roman Reigns is because Roman Reigns is the champion, but Brock Lesnar is still, with non-titles, a pretty big obstacle for Cody Rhodes to try to overcome. Okay? Right? And now, I don't know what this would Nick. I don't know what's gonna happen on Raw tonight. Will Cody even be on Raw after that beating that Brock gave him at the end of Raw last week? I wouldn't be surprised if Cody is not on Raw tonight. Okay, but apparently, according to his Twitter account, let me just verify for you guys. He will be on Raw tonight. He will show up on Raw. After that vicious beating, he's gonna show up on Raw. Tough, man. It's tough. He's tough, man. I'll give him tough as nails. I'll give him that. But wow. I mean, the way that Brock just brutalized them, man. Like 5 or 6 F5s through announce tables on steel steps. A bunch of outside the ring. It's just the way he was toying with them. He was toying with Cody for like 10 minutes. That beatdown was pretty long. It wasn't like 5 minutes to the show end. It was like 10 minutes to the show ends. Like, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to beat him down for 10 minutes, isn't he? And they did that. And like the ending of the show, man, like Brock Lesnar, what I like about it was the end of the show when the personnel came out, when the trainers came out, when referees came out, when Adam Pearce came out to check on Cody. When you see Brock Lesnar on the top of the gorilla position, on top of the ramp, he gave Pearce 2 middle fingers. So he gave him basically F you to Pearce. It's a great ending to the show. No, we don't know the motivation for Brock Lesnar. Why he attacked Cody? Why we all know there's a reason why he attacked Cody. The next pay-per-view is WrestleMania Backlash, which is in Puerto Rico. I don't know if they're gonna do something there, but I can see this being 2 or 3 kind of thing. Maybe not even have them do it at WrestleMania Backlash. Maybe build it up and skip WrestleMania Backlash, and maybe do it at Money in the Bank or the Saudi Arabia show, King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring, whatever they're gonna call it. Maybe at one of those shows. What they could do is build it up, make it like a 2-month feud, but don't have them their first battle and don't have their match at WrestleMania Backlash. But they probably would. I think they probably would have them wrestle at WrestleMania Backlash. Let's be honest. The thing is, ever since Cody got back from WWE in the World Rumble, he hasn't really faced adversity. Like he hasn't been beat down or chewed out on promos or anything like that. He hasn't really up to the WrestleMania, right? Until he got screwed at WrestleMania. This will be the test. Him and Brock Lesnar is the ultimate test before they can finally take the title off. Because I still believe they still see world champion in Cody Rhodes, and this is the main obstacle getting in his way that he needs to overcome. Where after Brock, there's nobody else for him to go to if they're still having him in the world title picture. Yeah, they can go Gunther if it goes to SmackDown. And I know we're gonna talk about the draft. We're gonna talk about the draft coming up. But this is like at SummerSlam in Detroit. I still think they're gonna do Cody versus Roman too for the title, and I still think the reason why they had Roman Reigns retain the title, it's not definitely to do with Cody. It's more to do with maybe a fractured bloodline with the Usos, and maybe that starts the bloodline fractures even more. Yes, Cody, like Roman and Sokola are good, right? But he's not good with the Usos. Maybe that's the reason they kept the titles on. Maybe the Usos finally have enough of Roman around SummerSlam time, and they cost Roman the title or something, and that's when Cody achieves greatness and becomes a champion, undisputed champion. Whether they split the titles into two, whether they have the Universal title on one brand or WWE Championship on another brand, who knows? But I think that's the reason why they kept the title on Roman, both belts on Roman, is because the bloodline storyline is still going. Even though Roman would, like I said, Roman Reigns retained, right? But not everything is all good and smell roses and all that. Nothing is all good with the bloodline. The Usos didn't retain the titles. They lost to the bloodline's two main mortal enemies, more than Cody, more people, thorns on their sides that's been battling the bloodline. That's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, right? So I still think Roman will lose the title this year, and I'm not gonna push that conspiracy dream match, Brock versus Roman at WrestleMania 40. Philadelphia, I know it's a big pay-per-view milestone anniversary because it's the 40th WrestleMania. But I'm not going to push the idea we're going to have Rock versus Roman. I don't know, okay? I'm not going to push that theory right now, okay? Because sometimes these WrestleMania matches don't happen, and sometimes these WrestleMania matches don't get planned out 2 or 3 months ahead before the pay-per-view, before the event. So I'm not going to suggest that. I know there's been times where they made matches a year in advance, like Cena and The Rock, etc. But I'm not going to do that here. No. But I like this. I like this. I mean, the thing with the Cody Rhodes match, when they do it, because they're going to do it. They're going to do it. You don't have them beat down Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is going to take so much punishment in the Brock match. Because Brock is going to turn heel, right? When he turns heel, he's going to do the majority of the ass kicking. And Cody's going to sell it crazy. Sell it. Right? And this is going to help Cody, the underdog. Eventually catapults him once again becoming champion. This helps him catapult him becoming champion and take on Roman Reigns. This just helps Cody in a longer scheme of things. Okay? Right? So, yeah, I like this. The Raw wasn't good. The Raw after WrestleMania wasn't good. I think WWE did brainwash us, has trained us that the Raw after WrestleMania was always going to be like the biggest Raw of the year because sometimes we get debuts, returnees, NXT call-ups, But this Raw wasn't that. Actually, it's a Vince McMahon winning all over it, right? It was one of the worst Raws ever, right? Right? And so we'll get into that. We'll talk about that. But yeah. It probably was the best thing on Raw, really. Honestly. But, okay. So, yeah, okay. Where was I? Okay. So, yeah, okay. Now, it was also announced, we're going to talk WWE stuff. This may not be a long stream. I'm going to try to go as best an hour, maybe. An hour, as best. If something comes on, we'll go a little bit longer just to end before Raw starts. But WWE is doing a draft again. Their Triple H announced on SmackDown that they're planning to do another draft in a few weeks. And what that means, including NXT wrestlers. So that means all the superstars on the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT brands are eligible for the draft. So that means you could potentially switch brands that you're technically assigned to. So if you're on the Raw brand, you could be drafted to SmackDown, or you could be drafted to NXT. Who knows? If you're an NXT guy, you could be drafted to Raw or SmackDown. Technically, that would be like getting a call up, but he can still be drafted to Raw and SmackDown. So it used to be that Raw and SmackDown superstars only got drafted, but now NXT superstars could get drafted. Right? They're gonna get drafted. So in a few weeks, there's gonna be a draft. It's gonna be one of the big drafts. Obviously, I'm not sure when. This has happened in the past, where after WrestleMania, we do get the draft, but that's happened before the pandemic. I believe when we had the draft during the pandemic, it was in October, but they kind of not done the draft for a year. I'm pretty sure they didn't do a draft in 2022. So they skipped a year to do the draft, and they bring it back here. They switch up the brands a bit. The superstar goes here, the superstar goes there. The superstar gets caught up to this brand or this brand, lost Matt NXT, whatever. But we're getting the Raw back. We are getting the draft back. Triple H announced it. The game Triple H announced that we are getting the draft back. I'm excited. The drafts, always generate interest with me. I know it's all rigged and fake. Obviously, all the superstars know they're going to, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they're pleasantly surprised when they get drafted. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. But I think I might do a mock draft stream of the WWE Draft. What I mean by that, I might do a stream where we go look at the draft eligible wrestlers and we do our own mock draft for Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Or we can just do for Raw and SmackDown. So yeah, I think I might do a mock draft. And anybody's free to join me for Raw and SmackDown. We'll get a list. I'll get a list of wrestlers and we'll do a mock draft. And what brand this guy should be on, or what brand this woman should be on, and et cetera, et cetera. Who should be drafted to which brand? And we get to do a mock draft. It's fun. It's fun. Your phones. It will be really fun. Trust me. Okay, so yeah, that's the draft. I don't know. They didn't say which date, but they said it's gonna be in a few weeks. In a few weeks. In a few weeks. So yeah, it may be a 2-night event. It might be doing Raw and SmackDown. I don't know. Saturdays have done that. I don't like the idea of just doing one night. Just doing one night. But yeah, we are getting a draft. And I seem to be pretty excited for that, for the draft. For the draft. The WWE draft. I'm sorry if I'm not showing my face. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm excited. I know Vince McMahon might be back in charge. Apparently he's not Raw tonight. He wasn't on SmackDown. Apparently he's not Raw. So might be lucky. I don't know. Excuse me for a second. But yeah. But yeah, man. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about this. Some AEW news. And then we'll go back to some WWE stuff, NXT stuff. And then I might end it. Okay? Might end it. We all thought he was heading to WWE. People were convinced that this guy was headed to WWE. And if you know what I'm talking about Switchblade Jey White. Kicked out of the Bullet Club, former leader of Bullet Club, formerly of New Japan. Everybody was convinced he was heading to WWE. Oh, he's going to WWE. Yeah. He's gonna end up at WWE. He's gonna end up at WWE. We're all convinced. He's pretty much him to WWE is pretty much done. It's pretty much a done deal. What do you know? He shows up at AEW Dynamite to help Juice Robinson beat down Ricky Starks. And you're probably all wondering and thinking, wait a minute, I thought he was WWE bound. When it turned out Tony Khan announced that, and AEW announced that Jey White has officially signed with AEW and that Switchblade Jey White is all elite. What? And everybody's like, what? I thought he was going to WWE. I thought he was heading to WWE. I thought WWE snatched him up. No. AEW is the one that got him to snatch him up. All you people were convinced he was heading to WWE. He looked really bad, and the people in the dirt sheets saying, yeah, he's most likely heading to WWE. You look really bad too. You do. Okay? Because you made people believe, you made the readers and the people on Twitter, on your social media, or your YouTube channels, you made them believe that Jey White was heading to WWE. But in fact, he returned to AEW Dynamite, and the first time he was an AEW member, he was AEW, but he appeared on AEW at times on the show, but he wasn't officially contractually with them. Now he officially has a contract with them. But you all thought he was going to AEW, WWE. That's so stupid. I'm sorry there. And you know what? I'm going to admit this too. I thought he was going to WWE too. But no, I'm wrong. He's AEW. Bullet. I don't know what he's going to do. Juice Robinson is technically still in the Bullet Club. He helped up Juice Robinson there. But Jey White has been kicked out of the Bullet Club. I don't know what's happening there. Like, I heard from New Japan that they kicked out another member who was loyal to Jey White, Al Fantasmo, I think his name, who was a real member of the Jey White. Apparently, the new leader of the Bullet Club is Dave Finlay. He takes the reins from Jey White. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if there's could be a Bullet Club Japan and a Bullet Club in North America, because Impact has two members of the Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, who Jey White initiated into the Bullet Club, who let into the Bullet Club. I don't know what's happening. Like, it's possible we may get Bullet Club North America versus Bullet Club New Japan, where there's like a civil war within the Bullet Club. Or who is the real Bullet Club? Who is the authentic Bullet Club? Is it Jey White's Bullet Club he forms in North America, or the Bullet Club in Japan that Dave Finlay takes over from Jey White? We may get a civil war there, and that may all happen at Forbidden Door. I think there's a possibility that can happen at Forbidden Door, but Forbidden Door should be AEW talent versus New Japan talent, which technically could work now because Jey White is technically AEW talent, not New Japan talent. So he could technically wrestle on New Japan talent at Forbidden Door. So it actually could work. We could see a Bullet Club versus Bullet Club match at Forbidden Door, whether it's a singles match or tag team match, whatever. It actually could happen. Actually, I wouldn't be shocked if you asked me. But yeah, so Jey White is. The thing is, how does Jey White's relationship in AEW now affect the Elite with Omega, the Young Bucks, Hangman Page, and Adam Cole? Because they're all baby faces, right? They're all baby faces. And Jey White, to me, doesn't scream baby face. To me, he doesn't scream baby face like those guys. So how does Jey White now in AEW, how does him being in AEW reflect onto the Elite? Because when Jey White first came to AEW, when we saw contract with New Japan, he was a heel and the Elite were a heel. So it worked. Now, I don't know. And there was times when Jey White did slight the Elite last year. Basically kind of slighted Adam Cole, kind of like dismissed them. Like, nonchalantly just kind of dismissed them. Not care. But yeah. But yeah. Jey White's all Elite. I'm curious to see what AEW does with Jey White because I really do like Jey White. I think he has, but he's definitely has. I think he does have main event potential. I think he could rival MJF as a top heel in AEW with Jericho, MJF, Bryan Danielson, John Mox. I think he's main event level talent. And I think in WWE he would be main event talent. If they sign him in WWE, you do not bring him to NXT. You bring him to the main roster. Obviously, he's not. You shouldn't. I know sometimes like well-known independent stars from the Indies end up in NXT, but some haven't. And to me, Jey White is like one of those guys where you don't debut. If you went to WWE, obviously it's AEW. Then you don't debut in NXT. NXT to me is beneath them. You debut in the main roster, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. To me, that's how you book Jey White if you went to WWE. But that can't happen because he's all elite signed with WWE, signed with All Elite Wrestling. So he can't get caught up to the main roster in WWE because he's not in that company, that promotion. What the hell is this? A comment on something. Excuse me, I gotta check this out. Okay, there we go. I may end the stream a little early because I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not see every show last week. I was busy. I did see Did I see SmackDown? No, I did not see SmackDown. I did not see Dynamite, and I did not see NXT. The only show I saw was Raw. But I know what happened on those shows. Okay. I'll say this. Speaking of AEW, All Out is getting a stadium venue. AEW is All Out. It's getting a stadium venue, not an arena, a stadium. And here's the kicker. It's not going to be in the US or Canada. It's going to be in the UK, in England, and London, I believe, at the very famous, well-known stadium, Wembley Arena, that can house, 90,000 capacity, attendance. That's a big get for AEW. The question is, could they fill it, right? Could they fill a 90,000 stadium? Because, AEW is like second to WWE. It still caters to the hardcorers. A lot of hardcore wrestling fans. If you're a lot of hardcore wrestling fans know AEW. I know some casuals know AEW, but WWE still has that notoriety, that mainstream media. I know AEW is trying to get mainstream. I mean, they do promote mainstream stuff a lot too, but WWE is more of a powerhouse in that aspect. So they get a lot of casuals, non-wrestling fans that go to WrestleMania. A lot of people who go to WrestleMania are not just wrestling fans. They're people just know what WrestleMania is. I know some people that watch WrestleMania, not going there, but watching on TV, that don't watch wrestling all year round and decide to watch WrestleMania because they know WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl of wrestling, and they watch WrestleMania, kind of like Super Bowl, man. You know Super Bowl. Some people watch Super Bowl for the trailers. Most people do. Obviously, the casuals, non-football fans. But you get a lot of, like I said, you get a lot of football fans, non-football fans who watch the Super Bowl. It's not just a sport, right? It's an event. Super Bowl and WrestleMania is an event. Well, wrestling technically is everything. It's an event, but WrestleMania is like the epic, the cream of the crop, the top, the cream of the crop WrestleMania wrestling event. Okay, there is in the world. I'm sorry, you can't see my hand movements, me moving my arm gestures. You can't see that. Oh, sorry, because I'm not on cam. But here, cream of the crop, like it's like WrestleMania is that in wrestling, right? So the question is, could AEW fill Wembley Arena? I'm a little wary on that. I don't know. Sorry about that. So I was saying, I don't know. I'm a little wary on that. If AEW could fill out Wembley Arena Stadium, I don't really know. I don't know. I'm probably more on the pessimistic side of that. And don't say 25 or 30,000 is good, man. It's not good. If you're 25 to 30,000 of a 70 to 90,000 stadium, it's not good. That's not even half, man. That's not good. Okay? That's not good. But yeah, All Out is happening. It's going to London, England, and Wembley Stadium for AEW. And this is in August. So let's move on. So NXT. I might end it after this. Because I don't have, as much. I could go longer with a co-host, but no, I don't think I'm going to do that today. So NXT has a new top heel. And that heel turn, surprisingly, was Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker turned heel on Carmelo Hayes. He celebrated with Carmelo Hayes on NXT, thanking him for, congratulating him for being the new NXT champion, beating him a stand and deliver. But as he was raising his arm, he threw him he clotheslined him and beat down Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes' buddy. And this signaled the heel turn for Braun Breaker. Now, I like this. I'll tell you why. I thought Braun Breaker was getting very stale as a babyface. I thought he was boring. There was no development for him. I thought it was just, there's no development. He was very boring. His match, he's not bad in the ring, but his promos, I felt like the crowd and the people online were finally seeing that. Like, this guy was cool before, but now, like, once we get to see him for some time, like, you know what? We overrate this guy. This guy is not as good as we thought he was. And that's why I think NXT realized that. Creative NXT, Shawn Michaels, and whoever said, you know what? I think we need to turn the heel. I think we'd be better off as a heel. And Carmelo Hayes is better as a babyface going forward. Now, we all thought Braun Breaker was going to get caught up, right? But let's say he's going to keep him down in NXT longer. But I think turning him heel is good for him because he was getting very stale, very boring, very dull as a babyface. And I feel like Roxanne Perez is dull, very boring as a babyface. I may get a lot of slack for that, but I just think she's very boring. But that's not the topic here. That's not who I want to talk about here. I know some people think I bash on her, right? But I don't. I'm not bashing on her. I'm bashing on like how they portray her. But with Braun Breaker, he needed this. He needed a change because he was boring. He was boring. Okay? He could go in the ring, but he was boring. Overall, his character, his personality, his charisma, it was just boring. It needed a change. We needed him to look more scary, more like a threat, dangerous out there. And that's dumb. And I think turning him heel was the right move because Carmelo Hayes is so good. With him going babyface, I'm interested in how they do things with Carmelo Hayes because he's good in the ring, good character. I'm interested in how they do Trick Williams because I don't trust Trick Williams. Like Trick Williams to me is slimy as hell. He's loyal to Carmelo, but like Carmelo's a babyface, and does he really need Trick Williams? Like I feel like Trick Williams will betray him at some point, or Carmelo Hayes throws him to the curb. But I don't know. But yeah, I feel like Braun Breaker needed his heel turn. I think he needed it. That's what I'm going to say about that. What else I want to talk about? Oh, final thing. So, wait. I just got to check a minute. There we go. Is damage control done? I don't know. Reports are damage control may be coming to an end. As you saw last week on Raw, Io Sky and Dakota Kai were not accompanied by Bayley. Apparently, it was a last-minute change for Bayley not to accompany them. So it doesn't mean damage control is done. It possibly does. According to reports that there may be some turmoil with the damage control, which leads to a breakup. And you know what? I kind of like this idea. I think damage control, I think they need to go on their separate ways. Honestly, I do think damage control needs to go on their separate ways. Because I think Dakota Kai is great as a tag team wrestler. I do think Io Shirai could do both, but I think Io Shirai should be a singles competitor because I think Io Shirai is definitely championship material on main roster championship material. Definitely, you could see her have the Raw Women's title or the SmackDown Women's title. You could see her be the one that defeats Rhea Ripley. I just think it needs to go a separate race. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're done. I just think it would be a good idea to have them go. To have them separate. We'll see. I don't think they're going to separate like right now. I think there's going to be a build up to it. You're going to see some dysfunction, some turmoil, some disagreements, some accidental stuff. Like somebody might accidentally cost them a match or whatever, or something like that. Or disagree on what somebody says in a promo, whatever. That leads to, dissension among the group. Right? The trio. So I think it'd be good. I think Io Sky to me, I never felt like Io Sky did fit damage control. Honestly, I just don't think she did fit. Dakota Kai, yeah. I just don't think Io Sky did fit that mold, honestly. But yeah. And Bayley, and the thing is, Bayley is not leaving WWE. Okay? Maybe she's taking a break, but I don't think she's leaving WWE. For what? Are they going to get rid of her for release? Are they going to release her for supporting Sasha Banks, Mercedes? Mercedes is her best friend. Of course she's going to support her. And they didn't have a problem with her going to Japan to support her. Who cares, right? Who cares? Well, yeah. I'm going to end it here, guys. A little early. Really early, actually. Really early. But I had a guest on. It'll probably be longer. Maybe next week. Maybe there'll be more stuff next week. No Wrestling Week review because I haven't seen that much stuff from this week. From last week. Okay. So I do have some updates. Tomorrow I'm doing sports. I might do a Sports Mayhem show tonight. Episode 2. talk about sports tonight. Yeah, after I take a shower. Okay, that's tonight if you're into sports. And NBA playoff previews Friday after the play-in games, so we get the full playoff picture when we get 7 to 8 seeds involved. Okay, that'll be Friday. NFL draft preview. It's gonna be at the end of the month, April 27th. It's gonna be a live stream, and I'm gonna do an NHL live stream sometime maybe next week or whenever the NHL playoffs start. I'll do one before that. So yeah, be on the lookout for all that stuff. Very, very busy. But like, share, subscribe, comment below. Take care, guys.